Good evening, friends. Myself, Professor Ravi, I welcome you all to my channel Ravi Tech Studio. So, friends, today in this live session, we are going to discuss about the career opportunities available for aerospace and aeronautical engineers. This is the biggest question in front of many young aspirants who are joining BTech, MTech programs, particularly in aerospace aeronautical engineering. As in India, we are talking about particularly this specialization. This is a specialized branch, and those who are pursuing aerospace and aeronautical, they will be getting the job opportunities only in two sectors, particularly in government as well as in private sector. And in India, aerospace related activities started way back in 1970 after the Bikram Sarabhai efforts. He has taken some efforts, has created some opportunity to grow. Nowadays, as we are saying, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, a lot of funds have been directed towards the aerospace activities, and already Department of Aerospace has set up in the one of the ministry under the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So in today's discussion, I am going to cover all the aspects, what kind of aerospace industry is there in India and what kind of jobs people are going to gain, and to become an aeronautical as well as aerospace engineer, what all eligibility criteria are required and what kind of disciplines you need to choose after 10+2 to become an aerospace engineer. As we know that in India, after the mishap of Dr. Kalpana Chawla, very big bloom came particularly for young aspirant to join the aeronautical and aerospace courses. As far as concerned between aerospace and aeronautical engineering, in India as well as abroad, whatever universities are there, whatever colleges are there, they are offering this course as a common course. So most 70% portion looks like a same, but there is slight difference between aerospace and aeronautical engineering. So today's in this discussion, your doubts will get clear about aerospace and aeronautical engineering, particularly what is the basic difference between these two, and after pursuing these two disciplines, what kind of jobs you are going to gain. So let's start our discussion. Particularly in this particular 30-minute discussion, I'm going to cover what all job options are available and how to gather those in India as well as abroad. So let's start our presentation, and I will be showing you one by one. All your doubts will get clear. If you come across any doubt, do write in the chat section. I will be seeing that and definitely will give you the immediate answer. So let's start. So what is aerospace industry? As far as the global report, this report was published in the journal, and I have taken the report from the journal. Global aerospace and defense market has reached a value of US $900.6 billion in 2019 itself. A report already forecast that the figure would reach up to US $2,400 billion by 2028 based on the yearly increment of 8.20%. So you see that how fast aerospace industry is growing globally. And India, already we know that we are the second populous country in the world, and there is a huge opportunity particularly for the biggest airline to come over here and biggest giant of the aerospace manufacturing to set up their plant in India. So particularly within the aerospace, if we look at the market size, within the aerospace, the 70% market is particularly for aerospace defense sector, and remaining 30% for the particularly airlines that we are using for private player like passengers, aircraft and all. Those are just 30%. 70% market is just for defense equipment like missile, rockets and weaponaries. So aerospace, particularly we are talking about aerospace industry is a globalized industry where manufacturing will be doing in some other country, and its R&D will be doing in some other country, and finally assembly will be done somewhere else. So all the companies who are dealing with the manufacturing of the aircraft particularly are depending on the different smaller companies across the globe, and that we say there are multinational companies. So particularly industry, as per the customer presence, it is a globally, particularly airlines, government have similar products need and look globally for suppliers who can meet their demands. So what is aerospace engineering? As I said that aerospace engineering is the primary field of engineering concerned with the design and development of aircraft and spacecraft. Now biggest question always comes whenever parents come in the institution, they start asking what is the difference between aerospace engineering and aeronautical engineering. Both are the same. Only difference is that aeronautical deals with the design, development, repair of the aircraft, whereas aerospace engineering deals with the design, development of aircraft as well as spacecraft and its subsystems. That's a basic difference between the aerospace and aeronautical engineering. What are the success factors if you want to become a successful aerospace engineer or a successful aeronautical engineering? What all qualities are required within you? A strong foundation. You should have a strong foundation in mathematics and science, which is must, because when you undergoing the UG courses in aeronautical and aerospace engineering, you will feel like most of the subjects are most demanding, which are requiring high mathematical skills, right? And if you are weak in science, you cannot deal with the subjects which are basically offered for pursuing the aerospace and aeronautical engineering. So you must have very talented skill in mathematics and science, and skills particularly in calculus and physics are very important. This is best, that's why eligibility criteria for pursuing the aerospace engineering as well as the aeronautical engineering BTech level program, you must have 10 plus 2 with physics, chemistry, mathematics at least 60% marks. Most of the universities nowadays has reduced this cutoff marks to 50%, but in my opinion it should be a 60% marks in physics, chemistry and mathematics, and you must have a very good understanding of mathematics and science. And computer skills are also necessary in aerospace engineering, because most of the design will be handled by the sophisticated computer programs, and you must know how to handle those. So these are some pictures as you are seeing. These are the inside picture of the cockpit. The first image that you are seeing, this is a cockpit where pilot used to be seated. There are two seats, right and left, and in front of this is the control panel where you are seeing different kind of LCD screens. These screens will be having a vertical speed indicator, their horizontal indicator, altimeter, a lot of other control systems. As you are seeing here, the second image is showing the cockpit area, right? Particularly is not cockpit area, main cabin area of the spacecraft, right? Spacecraft will not have any kind of sheets arrangement, right? It's just like it is attached with different kind of systems, subsystems attached on the wall of this spacecraft. And this is also the inside view of the cockpit. So what are your career possibilities if you pursue the aeronautical engineering, aerospace engineering? Where you can work? You can work in the aircraft industry, right, particularly, or the industry which is actually designing and developing the spacecraft, and also missile design and testing. So you can go in any one of these allied area if you are done BTech or say MTech in aeronautical or aerospace engineering. And you are also having possibility to work with these space agencies, right? You can become astronaut, you can be the part of the team which is going to launch the rocket or spacecrafts. And apart from that, commercial airlines are there. You can be the part of Boeing, which is the giant company for manufacturing, right, of passenger aircraft. Airbus is also there, which is also giant multinational company which is also producing your passenger aircraft, right? And it is having presence worldwide. In India also we are having Boeing, right, company center in Bangalore. Airbus India center is also there in Bangalore, right? Apart from that, commercial airlines like you are having different kind of private players where also you can work like aeronautical officer, right, or aerospace officer. And apart from that, you can be the part of manufacturers, right? Particularly Airbus, Embraer is there for, fighter, Boeing is there, Cessna is there, Lockheed Martin, particularly this is a US company and working with the design and development of fighter aircrafts. And if we talk about salary, which is very important, when any parent is coming here, particularly for taking admission, right, in a UG program for their kids, the first question, what is aerospace aeronautical engineering? After second question comes in, what are the job prospects? Job prospects are bright, particularly in this aerospace aeronautical engineering. Various companies are nowadays investing money in India, right? So we are having more than 150 plus aerospace core companies in Bangalore, Hyderabad, as well as in Chennai. And we are having even government organizations like DRDO, ISRO, National Aeronautical Laboratory, right, and EDA, Aeronautical Development Agency, GTRE is there, right. These are all government agencies where every year they are recruiting BTech Aerospace and BTech Aeronautical students, particularly for scientist posts. So huge job opportunities are there, but to obtain those, you must have necessary skills that you will be gathering in 4 years program of BTech or BE, right, or BS, Bachelor of Science. So salary, when it comes to the salary, I will be taking only Indian perspectives, what Indian companies are offering in. So as far as salary is concerned, for DRDO, ISRO, IAF, Indian Air Force, DGCA, these are the government agencies. They are offering minimum 30,000 to 85,000 per month wages to the aeronautical officer. Whereas in private companies like the multinational company like Boeing, Airbus, Honeywell, these companies are offering a salary starting from 60,000 to 2 lakhs per month. So you can take about 20 lakhs per year, right, is the your package if you're working with Airbus, Boeing, Honeywell. If you're working with government agency, lot of other facilities are there, but you can take your CTC around 10 lakhs. So that's the basic difference between the salary in government organization as well as in private sector. So what is required, right? What is required to get a job, right, entry level job in these companies? So as I said, you must have Bachelor of Technology in Aerospace and Aeronautics from IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, IST, Indian Institute of Space Technology, Space Science Technology at Trivandrum, and or IISc Bangalore. You must have at least BTech Aerospace or Aeronautics from these premium institutions. If you are having, government agencies will directly recruit you, right, as a scientist. Or you must have MTech in Aerospace, right, Aerospace or Aeronautics from any premium institution which may have private deemed universities or a government like IIT, IST, ISCCR or ISC. Different kind of institutions are there from where you can pursue the MTech, and after that you can join either government sector organizations or private sector organization. Or you have PhD in aerospace, then you can be the part of research and development of these companies, particularly MNCs, as well as in DRDO, you can join in ISRO, you can join in scientist D position, scientist H position, right? But you must have PhD in aerospace from any reputed premier institution like IIT, right, or ISC or IST. What are the recommended course? You must have BTech MTech program, particularly in 4 disciplines. These are the basic 4 disciplines in aerospace: aerodynamics, right, propulsion, structures, and avionics. Or you must have PhD in controls, particularly. This is the blooming area where mostly this, when we are sending any spacecraft, when we are sending any rockets, their control engineers are required, which will be controlling and designing the path of the aircraft, and all these speeds and controls will be designed by the control engineers, right? So PhD in controls, mini aerial vehicle, right, and UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle, composites, structure, because coming era after 10 years, complete aluminum alloy and complete material that we are using at present are going to completely replaced by composite material. Or aerodynamics, navigation in one of the area which is also required, right, when we are sending any kind of sounding rockets, or we are sending any kind of rocket, a navigation path need to be decided, and those will be decided by the scientists, right, those who are having PhD a big exposure in designing development of navigation systems. So these are the recommended courses, and from where you will be doing it, you are having various institutions across India, right? So I will be dividing these institutions into two parts, government institution as well as private institution. Today I will give you the top notch institutions from where if you pursue BTech or MTech, definitely you will end up with the very good package, particularly in your industry. So what are the top government institutions? So all the IITs, right? If you look at rank wise, IIT Bombay, right, or Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur, Indian Institute of Madras, Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur, ISC Bangalore, or IST Trivandrum, or Defence Institute Pune. These are the top notch institutions. If you are the part of these institutions and pursuing the BTech in aerospace, definitely you will be getting very high package, particularly in your core domain. But average package will be more than 15 lakhs per annum. So these are the top government institutions, and for these you have to correct the IIT JEE, which is must, right, for being the part of these institutions. And apart from that, top private universities, if you compare, there are various deemed universities, right? They are offering the aerospace engineering programs without any kind of job assurity, but there are certain private institutions which can give you 100% job assurity, where 100% job placement is possible. So in that, Shastra deemed universities offering BTech Aerospace, MTech Aerospace, and PhD in Aerospace. You can be the part of Shastra deemed University Tanjavur. You can join University of Petroleum Energy Science Dehradun. They are offering BTech and MTech program in Aerospace. Alright, Jain University Bangalore, they are also offering the BTech and MTech program in Aerospace. Hindustan University Chennai is the very old university, particularly. Initially they were affiliated with Anna University, right? Then later on they became themselves as a deemed university, right? Hindustan University, they are offering BTech, MTech, and PhD programs, right? In aerospace engineering. Amity University, Noida is there. Amity is having different, their campuses across the India. Even in Mumbai also they are having campus. There also they are running aerospace, but particularly Amity University Noida, right, is the oldest one, and they are having very good, tie up with the private players where their students are getting placed. Chandigarh University, it is one of the recently started aerospace department, very fast rate they are growing. They are also having very good tie up with different kind of private players where you can get the job. So these are the private top notch university where you can pursue the BTech MTech program in aerospace engineering if you are not ending up getting the opportunity in IIT, ISG, or Defence Institute Pune. What are the type of aerospace industry? If we look at the type of aerospace industry in India, particularly we are having two kind of industry: small scale industry and large scale industry, and both are either government, semi-government, or private. Most of the companies in Bangalore are the private players, right? Particularly small scale industry and large scale industry. Large scale industries are those which are actually dealing with the manufacturing. And in India, at present, none of the company has started the manufacturing of the aircraft, right? Private player I am talking about. But if we look about our government sector, we are having Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They are already producing the aircraft, they are assembling, and also they are manufacturing. And recently Lockheed Martin has decided to start their manufacturing hub in Hyderabad. They had tie up with Tata, and Tata Aerospace, they started developing the infrastructure for developing the transport aircrafts. Soon they have got recently order from our Indian government also for producing the transport aircraft. So Hyderabad is going to be the hub for manufacturing of the aircraft, right? Apart from our government agency, which is HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Bangalore, right? They are already producing, and all these Sukhois, right, assemblies were done by the HAL, and the latest, all the aircraft like they are also getting produced. Our EDA has also produced the aircraft, right? They are also assembled. So these are some of the government agencies, right, which are doing manufacturing of the aircraft. But for private players in the government area, latest government era, now some steps have been taken, but after 5 years definitely will have a n number of manufacturing units in Hyderabad where you will be working with. So further, if you divide this small scale and large scale industry, they can be divided as per their operation. Some industries are dealing only with design and development, like In India, I will talk about the top notch companies like Safran Aerospace, Quest Global, Airbus, GE, Honeywell. These are doing design and development of the aerospace components, aircraft subsystems, systems. Manufacturing, if you talk about EADS, HAL, Boeing, Textron, Lockheed Martin, Bombardiers. These are the different, top-notch companies who are having center in India, and they are planning to start the manufacturing here, but not at present, but maybe in coming years, right? After 5 years, we can see all these companies will start manufacturing in India. And consultancy end-to-end services also there, like IBM, Infosys, SCL, TCS, Mahindra, Cognizant, right, and Infotech, Accenture. These are some of the companies which are providing consultancy, right, particularly for selling the aircraft, for selling the aircraft subsystems. End-to-end service providers are Infosys, right? Infosys already started the aerospace. SCL also planning to enter into the aerospace domain. TCS already they are having aerospace division. Mahindra already there, Mahindra Aerospace already they started their functioning in aerospace, providing consultancy, right, end-to-end services. So total industry, if you divide, like major are small scale and larger scale, and if we look at the subdivision, most of the companies in India at present, 100 plus companies in Bangalore, they are just working with design and development, and others are manufacturing at present is nil, particularly in private, but in government sector, HAL, ADA, they are doing manufacturing, but consultancy, 70% work is done in consultancy by IBM, SCL, TCS, Infotech, and Accenture, Infosys. So these are some of the top players, right? This report I have taken from a journal 2011. It has been published, the list of the top subsector players. So if you look at the subsector aircraft manufacturing, in this column all the biggest player in aircraft manufacturing, they are aircraft subsystem components, services, right, IT services, defense electronic communication. If you look at the top player, this is the EADS, EADS, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and Bombardier, Textron, Embraer, United Aircraft Corporation, United Technology. They are the top 10 players, right, in aircraft manufacturing. While aircraft subsystems, you will look at General Electric, GE, our India, GE is already there. United Technologies, Safran is also there. If you look at the Honeywell, Internet, Rolls-Royce, Raytheon, Spirit Aerosystems, Precision Cast Parts, Mitsubishi we are having center in Bangalore. Goodrich also started their operation in Bangalore in 2018. Services MRO, if you look at Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, this is Indian company, General Dynamics, BAE Systems, United Technology, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, SAIC, General Electric, that is GE, Rolls-Royce, and EADS. These are the top 10 player in MRO and IT services. If you look at the defense electronics communication, then Raytheon, this is a US company, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Thales, Boeing, Harris, EADS, and BAE System. So these are the top 10 players. Similarly, weapon system and ammunitions. When we talk about ammunition, weapon system, here also most of the companies are from US, right, French. Only BAE System, this is from India, right? Other companies are from outside. Space launcher also, if you look at, most of the companies are from US, UK, and Australia, right? And Safran, this is also working on space launchers designing. Recently, they have started working on this space launcher for the last 10 years. Naval systems, shipbuilding, if you look at shipbuilding, top 10, companies are here in that. General Dynamics from India, DCNS, BAE System, Navantia, right, and ST Engineering, Mitsubishi. These are some of the top 10 companies. Land system, vehicle and equipment, General Dynamics, right, and your BAE System, Navistar, Nexter, right, ST Engineering, Textron. So these are the top 10 notch company. I'm just whatever I pronounce from here, these companies are having their center in Bangalore. You can be the part of these companies. Similarly, by rank worldwide, if you look at by rank, home country and their sales as per the 2011 and A&D sales percentage total, right, and A&D defense we compare, then top one is Boeing and second one is called EADS and Lockheed Martin, then General Dynamics comes, and then BAE System comes, then Northman Grumman comes, then Raytheon, United Technology. General Dynamics is having long presence in India, right? And they are recruiting many people, and is basically from home country is USA, right? So most of the company you see here are from USA, and they are making their work in worldwide. They are actually multinational company. They are having presence in most of the countries, because labor cost is very low in India. That's why most of the companies are investing a lot of money in India, are getting done their work. General Electric, GE is from USA, right? You see here Safran from France, Thales is from France. Safran is giving more and more opportunity for young aerospace engineers in India. This is the one of the oldest company, right, who is working in the aerospace domain. L3 Communication is there, Rolls Royce is there, Honeywell International is there, Bombardier is there, Textron is there, Goodrich is there. These are some of the top 18 companies which are working. BE Aerospace is there, whose annual, you can see as per the 2011 record, these are their profits, right? And then Hawker Beechcraft, Hindustan Aeronautics from India, they are also somewhere in rank 18 or 19. GKN, this is from UK. GKN also started their center in Bangalore in 2005, right? And then Navantia is there, then Magit is there, Roag, Navistar is there. So several companies, these some of the companies I just listed out for your information. These are all companies. Most of these companies like Eaton, this is from US, right? Eaton is working particularly on aerospace sector, right? They are having center in Pune. You can be the part of Eaton as well. Right, Eaton is recruiting from IIT and NITs, and they are also conducting the walk-in also, so you can directly approach them and get the job. Bharat Electronics is there in India, right? They are also working in aerospace sector. The state-owned company, 76% share. They are also coming in top 31 company across the globe. Then that's all. So this slide, I am giving you one case study how actually aircraft is being manufacturing. Whenever some company deciding they are going to produce some aircraft, so one single company cannot manufacture and assemble the complete aircraft. What they will do, they will divide complete design into the some small pieces. Then they will send those designs to different countries where their presence are. Like if we talk about Boeing having presence in various countries, right, including China, India, Israel and other. So they send their all these component design to different country where design will be done, the analysis will be done. Finally, all these countries will send their data back to the Boeing. Then finally manufacturing will start, then assembly will start. So this is one of the examples. Second image you are seeing, this is the assembly of the aircraft. So assembly of complete 777, right, takes place around 26 days are required to assemble a single aircraft, right? But nowadays, as we are involved, we are now sending the robots particularly for assembly. So work become much faster and very smaller time, right? We can get the assembly done. This is a worldwide supply chain. If you look at the building of Boeing 787, this is also globally affair. Like fuselage will be designed by some other country, like tailplane will be designed by some other country, landing gear will be designed by some other country. So these are the like this way aircraft manufacturing is happening. Currently, as I said, that composite is going to replace all the aluminum alloy that we are using at present. So future will be the composite materials. So most and more of experts are required to deal and usage of composites in the aircraft. So this is the biggest challenge at present for most of the aerospace companies, and that's why they're requiring a skilled worker who are having some experience in handling the composite materials. That's all. So today in this live session, I given you an idea about different kind of companies and job options available, salary package, and how to pursue the aeronautical and aerospace engineering. What are the eligibility criteria? If you are having any query, write in the comment section. I will answer those. And don't forget to join me, my channel on Ravi Tech Studio. So let's come to the question and answer session. Let me see if any question answers are there. I will reply for the same. How to become astronaut in ISRO? At present, ISRO has not started the space program, right? Particularly manned missions. At present, ISRO is just sending the uh, unmanned mission. They are working on unmanned mission. In future, India definitely will go for manned mission. At that time, definitely they will be requiring astronaut. But if you want to become astronaut, then you must have a PhD, particularly in aerospace, and you can join Indian Air Force first, because most of the time they will be taking the astronaut from the Air Force. So this Air Force, join the Air Force, get exposure worldwide, then return back to the ISRO and you can be the part of the astronaut. Or you can join the NASA for some time, right? After doing the PhD, you can approach the NASA, work there, then you can be the part of the astronaut team. So you have asked just one question. Any other question somebody want to put? Please give your valuable feedback. How was it? If you are having questions, you can post the questions. I will answer your questions one by one. So thank you, friends. I have seen only one question so far. See you all tomorrow again. I will come live, and tomorrow in live session I will tell you about the aircraft maintenance engineers, right? How to join aircraft maintenance engineering program, and after that what are the job prospectus and how they are getting job, because there is a myth in India that AME holders are not getting job. So tomorrow I will be busting this myth, and I will tell you the exact way after pursuing the AME, how can you be the part of the airlines, how can you be the part of the government agency as well. So tune in and don't forget to press the bell icon for my channel so that you will get all the updates. See you all tomorrow. Have a nice day. Good night.